You guys caught me at a bad time. I was just practicing my solo number for the musical. Except I'm not in a musical. So today's topic is Bruno Mars, Grammy Award-winning artist, just an all-around awesome person in general. I mean, what's not to love? Side note, I hope you guys liked the redesign we did, a little interior design work. I thought the colors matched better with my plaid. I don't even know what to say about him.
What's there not to say
That
about him?
he's the greatest guy ever. I mean, what am I supposed to say? If you wanted to talk about talented people, it's Bruno Mars. If there was ever a person who could personify being the most amazing person to have ever existed ever, his name would be Bruno Mars. Unless it was a guy named Pete Hernandez, whose stage name was Bruno Mars. It would only further define his amazingness if he were to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. Yes, so Bruno Mars headlining the Super Bowl 48, I think it's 48, can you please look that up? So at this year's Super Bowl halftime show, Mr. Mars himself will be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show. A prestigious honor, and I think he's gonna kill it. In the best way possible. I mean really, only the best of the best get to do the Super Bowl halftime show. That's a pretty big deal. Let's see, in recent years we've had Madonna, Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones, the Black Eyed Peas, Beyonce, all very established artists. Personally, I feel as though one of the most interesting parts about him performing this year is that in recent memory, most artists who have performed have already established themselves as world superstars. Now, as me and Lewis and many other Bruno Mars fans know, Bruno Mars is world-class caliber, just no one else has realized it yet. What I'm trying to say is that Bruno Mars hasn't even hit the peak of his career yet, and he's already headlining the Super Bowl. I personally feel as though one of the reasons they picked him is because he's such a great on-stage performer. So if I had to pick my top 5 favorite Bruno Mars songs of all time, they would definitely be Talking to the Moon, Moonshine, When I Was Your Man, Locked Out of Heaven, and Treasure. He got his start on tracks such as Nothing on You by B.O.B. and Billionaire by Travis McCoy, and those were phenomenal as well. I mean, let's be real here. He made Mirror by Lil Wayne bearable. Alright, I guess I'm done here, guys, so I'm gonna go now.
So, Tori pretty much said everything about Bruno Mars at the Super Bowl. Me and him are probably going to have similar opinions. And you should too, because if you hate Bruno Mars, you're not a real person. Because it's not possible. Yeah, it's not possible to hate Bruno Mars. It's just not. Like, you could not listen to his music, but you still love his music. Like, a bad Bruno Mars song doesn't exist, so... So Tori made a little top 5 list of his favorite Bruno Mars songs, so I might as well do my little own too. So my list pretty much consists of every song he's ever made.
Do it. Put a text thing of every song he's ever made and just have them all pop up right now as I'm sitting here talking, and they're all just gonna pop up all over the screen until it's so saturated it's just text. It's just the solid color of whatever text you're using, and you can't even see the screen anymore, and then the episode's over. But it's not, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, if I did have to pick some favorites of Bruno Mars though, you got You're Locked Out of Heaven, and When I Was Your Man, Gorilla, Young Girls. That's a good song. That's about all the greats of Bruno Mars. Awesome guy, probably the most talented man in the music business today.
What about Justin Bieber?
I'm talking about talented people over here, and you just came on in and you just like slapped me across the face. So now the bad things about Bruno Mars. Alrighty guys, thank you for watching this week's episode of Purple Opinions. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you like this content, you can subscribe right over here. New Purple Opinions come out every Friday. If you have a Facebook, you can like us at that link. If you have a Twitter, you can follow us at that link. If you have an Instagram, you can check mine and Tori's out at their respective links. Also, be sure to check out our blog where we feature content that is not on the video series Purple Opinions. If you missed last week's episode, you can check that out below as well. That was a mouthful. We'll see you guys next Friday. Deal with it.